Hi guys, I have just come outside because it's a really nice day, even though it is mid-afternoon, and I've come outside basically to have an update vlog with you. Last week's video, although uploaded late and was an update video, basically talked about a scary video that I was gonna edit and upload for you guys. I have since gone to review and edit that footage and found that it is basically all unusable. So this is why I'm filming this little update vlog for you. The main reason I'm outside is because we have the workmen in the bathroom at the moment, and they're up and down the stairs, in and out the house, and they're doing the tile cutting at the moment, so they're making quite a lot of noise. So I've come out here just to kind of have a quieter environment to film a video for you, but also because it is a really lovely day, and I'm just enjoying the sunshine. I have the longboard here with me. That's why I'm swaying back and forward, and I was just about to do a little bit of cruising up and down the road just to get out the house for a little while. Nothing special, no long distance, just up and down 50-metre stretch of road that's really quiet and relatively flat, and I have the selfie stick. None of the batteries of the cameras are charged, so rather than having my vlogging camera on the selfie stick, I have my phone, and that doesn't make really very much difference, other than the fact that I can see myself because I don't have a front camera thing. The only thing that I think I might do before we continue is take the case off my phone, because I have the 6 Plus, the plus size iPhone, and it doesn't fit as well as you would want it to fit in the selfie stick. It's kind of flexing a little bit and it wobbles just that little bit more than I would like, and that worries me a little bit. So what I might do is take the case off and make the phone smaller, well, as smaller is, to see if that will help in any way stop the frame thing from flexing and making it look like it's going to fall out, and I will update you when I've fixed that problem. Okay guys, I have now taken the case off and it is a lot more secure, which is obviously what I would prefer. So I'm just going to go and chuck this in my front door. I haven't actually strayed that far from home, just to film the intro bit. So I'm actually just going to chuck that phone case in the front door rather than have it in my pocket. And then we will just head down there, and I will give you some updates. Just some updates. Okay guys, well I have just stopped in a shadier patch of path so that I can actually see without having to squint at you all the time, and I can see the screen, which is good. I'm just perched here on the longboard, just on the edge of the path where I plan to just go up and down a couple of times. Nothing special, but for the updates I will remain seated. For safety reasons, I will remain seated. For the updates, on my blog I will be posting some, what would you call them, progress pictures. Basically at the end of every work day that the guys are here, I'm going to take a photo of the progress from beginning to end, and then you'll just be able to see what happened to the bathroom, which is quite nice. The other reason that is happening is because we are entering a competition that the bath store are hosting, because all of the things that are going into the bathroom are the bath store's products. They're not installing it, but they're the products of the bath store. So what they are holding is a before and after, and the winners can get a free bathroom. Ironically enough, obviously not the bathroom you've already paid for, but a future bathroom. And the reason this is really good is because James's mum and dad potentially are going to be redoing their bathroom before they sell the house. So if they win the bathroom which no one ever wins competition, let's be honest. But if they do manage to win the bathroom from the bathroom they've just done in I say it's also their house, but the house that we live in, and then they win a free one, it means that they'll be able to do the bathroom in their own house free, and then they'll give it some extra value for them to sell it, because the bathroom there is quite outdated at this point, and that'll be really nice for them. So that is one of the reasons that I'm taking the photos, but just because it's interesting, really. And I got a couple of them because today is Tuesday that I'm filming this, so you'll see it. You'll see this video. Well, today for you guys is Wednesday. And I'll have another photo for the end of today as well, by now, which is cool. This is awesome. So far, basically, they have ploughed on through today so far. They have basically tiled the whole room already, or all the walls anyway. The bath is in, and all of that, which none of that was in yesterday, which is awesome. The concealed cistern is in as well, which is completely cool. We've got like one of those flush plate buttons. Oh, it's awesome. You'll be able to see all of the photos for that on the blog, and the link for the blog, if I haven't already said, and if you don't already know, the link for the blog is down below, and that is NoneOfThatJazz.squarespace.com. And on there you can subscribe to the blog so that you will get email notifications when a new post is posted, if you're interested in that. I'm basically just trying to give you an update on everything that's going on in my life right now, and this is also just a replacement for the video that I said was coming out, but nothing ever seems to want to go right for me. Basically, in the last video I said that there was this pasta video that I'd filmed in the middle of the night after sitting in front of YouTube videos for hours on end. Yeah, I spent my whole day on that video actually, because a lot of it, like most of my videos are thought through. Like before I film one, I kind of know what's going to happen and what I'm going to talk about, but I don't script. That is one thing I don't do. I like to just talk as you would in an actual real life conversation, because that's what I see this as me having a conversation with you guys, and conversations are not scripted, so that's why I don't script, but I do know what topics I'm going to cover. Most of my videos, really, because of the lack of scripts, don't take that much time. It's just the process of thinking about what ideas I'm going to put into it, and that's about it. But this video took a really long time because I went on YouTube and binge watched for hours and hours and hours scary stuff, like deliberately to terrify myself, and then deliberately again to terrify myself even more. I went out with the vlogging camera in the dead of night with no street lamps, because our street lamps in our neighbourhood are really economic. After a certain time in the night they just turn off anyway, around the residential areas, not on the main roads. And I went out around there and filmed a video basically of me shitting myself, because I'd watched all of these scary stories, these true horror stories, people's first accounts of paranormal things on YouTube before, and then I went out in the dark on my own, just with the camera, for your entertainment. Really, I could have given myself a heart attack and died. I almost cried at one point because I stood on a snail and thought I'd been shot, because I was just walking back. It was ironic because what happened is I said the words to you in the camera. I said, I feel like I'm gonna be safe now. I'm just gonna turn down my street. My house is on. Just as I said that, I stood on a snail and I thought I was being shot. And I literally had a heart attack, and that is the most hilarious thing that I've ever rewatched in my life. But just that clip on its own is just not worth anything to anyone, so I have decided to scrap the whole video, which is a shame because of how much time I spent on it. But it but it was just really, I couldn't edit it. It was really awful. The camera just struggled to pick up anything, which is a shame because I had made sure I'd set everything correctly so that it would pick up a lot more in the dark than it usually would. I did go through and set all of that up, but it still failed to do that. So that is a shame, but I'm doing this video for you instead, which is equally as nice because I do really like these sit down and chatting to you videos. And I say that, but that's all I really do, isn't it? Let's be fair, all I really do is either walk around and talk to you or sit down and talk to you. So, never mind. But I do really enjoy these types of videos, and I'm glad that I have a few of you that watch them. Like, only one person could watch these videos and I would be 100% better off for it, because that's what it's all for. It's all for just having a conversation, really, with you. Some new people, new interesting personalities on the internet who I don't know, which fascinates me. The internet and that kind of like unknowingness, but still kind of human beings, interests me a lot, and that's why I make these videos, because really, to be honest, this setup is, I am sat here right now just on a longboard in the street with a selfie stick extended, sat crossed between my legs, holding it, supporting it with one hand and then using the other one for whatever. And to any common folk that just walk along the road, normal people like you and me walking along the road, must think, what is she doing? She is a freak. But when it gets to the post-production side and it's on YouTube, no one thinks about how it was made. No one thinks about what that person was doing to be able to film the video. Like, you know? Because I've done it before. Like, I watch vloggers and stuff all the time on YouTube, and I make vlogs myself. But when I've seen someone, I've met another person who was vlogging. I don't know who they were, but I did like see them, and they were vlogging, and you kind of look at them like, what are they doing? And then it clicks in your brain and you think, people must look at me like that as well when I'm vlogging, which is kind of interesting because obviously no one looks at the videos and thinks, oh my god, what was that person doing, just sat there filming. They watch the video because it's been made for them. It's a very interesting topic. Anyway, I have gone so far off topic right now. So we'll get back on topic. I was talking about the updates for the bathroom and all of that blah. I'm kind of a bit bored of pottering around the house and not really feeling comfortable behaving as I would normally behave, just because there are strangers there, kind of being able to see everything that we're doing. I've watched everything on my subscription lists of YouTube, and I'm not really the type that gets caught in an endless abyss of suggested videos. I've gone through my Facebook feed about 20 times now, and in the end I gave up. I got fed up. I got really angry because I hadn't been able to do the things I'd planned to do today, because the video was uneditable. And then I thought, right, we're gonna fix this. I was kind of a little bit grumpy because I was just like thinking that I might not have a video to put up for you guys. But then I decided, no, that isn't happening. I've been too bad at uploading recently. Like, so bad that you guys should probably all unsubscribe right now. No, I'm joking, please don't. But I've been really bad at producing content in any shape or form for you guys, and that's why I was really excited for the pasta video, because I thought, oh yes, this is something completely different. I can start off new from the massive break I've taken from YouTube, and I can bring back something that's more interesting than what I've given you in a long time. But no, things don't work out, so I kind of got a little bit stressed out about that. But then I decided, no, that's not going to happen. I've taken too long of a break for me to suddenly drop off for another week and have another scheduled upload missed. So I've come out here today to do something a little bit more interesting, just to talk to you guys, actually outside, out and about, Although I'm not moving really, I'm just sat here, like scooting around on here. I still feel like this is different, and every now and then we like a change of scenery. Change of scenery is good. It kind of is just refreshing, really. It's just the refreshing feeling of knowing that you're not sat in your usual background, blah blah blah. It's the other reason that I enjoyed that video that I filmed last time when I was camping, because that was refreshing, being outside and just talking to you. In a completely different setup that time. I was literally living in a field, whereas now I'm just sat outside my house, but then I was literally living in a field. I haven't done this in so long. Okay, before I begin, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the longboard and why I just like rolled pathetically like a pussy. And that is because the last time I used this longboard was maybe 2 years ago, when me and my friend decided we were gonna go for a week in Bournemouth and use our longboards, which, surprise surprise, never fucking happened. But we both bought expensive longboards at this point, so obviously we had to work something out. So we just kind of stayed around our neighbourhood, like trying to pretend that we were really cool by using these longboards, but it turned out that we were kind of just a bit shit. But I actually, in the end, kind of got really good at it. But I then didn't touch the longboard for a couple of years, and here I am now, filming this video for you, but just having completely no experience whatsoever, because I haven't done it in 2 years, and people talk about skill fade and I'm talking skill annihilation right now. Like, there is nothing left. So we're just gonna, you know, tootle along a little bit. Like, nothing special is gonna happen here. Actually, I lied. I just lied to you. The last time I used my longboard wasn't like 2 years ago. It was last year, because I joined the Ride Collective Society at uni, which is the skateboarding, BMXing and all of that kind of shit society. So I did a bit of longboarding with those guys, but they never really met up to longboard because there was never a good opportunity. And now there are loads of sticks and I'm stuck. But yeah, the opportunities never arose to actually end up longboarding in uni. We only went a couple of times really, and then we stopped going because then the winter set in and everyone was like, we don't want to do it when there's puddles because of like falling off and dying or whatever, which is fair enough. But it did make everything a little bit more difficult for me because I'd like paid to join that society, but most of them were like skateboarders rather than longboarders, so they were all kind of fine with just skateboarding in skate parks and going to indoor places and all that kind of thing. But all the longboarders were kind of like, oh, well, we can't really do that because we're like longboarders, we just cruise, we can't do tricks and shit like you can. So that was that dilemma, really, to be honest. But here we are with a new one. Me basically not knowing how to longboard once again. Yay, we are moving! Woo. Right, as you guys saw, there was a lot of failing going on back then. As I said, I haven't actually properly longboarded in a long time, and the last time I did, like, really, it was like I got kind of good at cruising, but like really not at all good at anything. I am going to leave you guys now, and I'm gonna just practice on my own for a bit and see what kind of experience I can get, whether I can improve. And so yeah, make sure you like this video if you liked it, and dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below on any tips you have for improving your longboarding. I really need the tips. And don't forget, if you want more videos like this one and new content every week, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.